What's going on, guys? My name is Yellow S2K and welcome to some MX vs ATV All Out. We are checking out the next track in the AMA Pro Motocross Championship DLC. This is UNADILLA. What a sick looking track. The green rolling hills, that dark dirt. Just really looks cool. And they just nailed the atmosphere on all of these tracks. And this one is maybe one of the best so far. But I really dig it. It's a fun track to look at, but even better to ride. And really the things I think I like about this track in particular with this game is the floaty nature of the track. Some of the big jumps, the step up, step downs, where it's just nice to throw a big scrub. But the balance of the amount of jumps where you want to just go fast and throw a scrub, or if you want to try to hit a silly line and do a big preload and try to hit something ridiculous, or even get yourself out of a little bit of trouble. It's just a really nice balance of this track in particular. Like no preload scrub up that step up. Obviously no preload down the hill. Same thing here. But then you have some jumps where it's nice to hit a preload just to get a little bit farther down. And again, get yourself out of trouble. Almost, yeah, see, a little bit of a case. Nose down, the classic crash in this game. Kind of what it's known for, I think. Not going to help, but let's call it almost a 20-second head start now. But yeah, this track just looks so sweet. But then add into that just the way it rides in this game in particular. Yes, this is the line I wanted to show you guys all the way. That's a fiver. A little bit of a case. But what is that, a quintuplet? Whatever. I always call them fivers because I'm a moron, but how ridiculous. That's an example of some of the stuff where if you want to do a big old preload and hit something silly, you can. But I prefer to play this game and ride a little bit more realistic. This first lap will kind of dick around, and then the next lap I'll try to take it pretty serious, focus on the ruts, and really showcase the track. And I think the way that really best shows it, again, in that realistic way. But over the sky shot, then we're going to try to do a little inside to inside, little case there, but you get the idea over those rollers. Really fun double to try to hit through there. You can hit it super smooth, but not the most realistic line. Clutching it through that corner, a little bit of an early preload, kind of missed it, but you can do an early preload there and scrub that hill. Big fat table. The ruts in this track are so much fun and pretty challenging. It's all about angle and speed going into them. Again, adding that realistic side to an arcade game makes it a lot of fun, and then add in official, real licensed tracks, something that we've all been asking for. And I'm sure it was not easy for those guys to get all the licensing for the individual tracks with the series, the sponsors. It's really incredible, and I think it should be honestly celebrated and supported that these guys went to the trouble and the hard work to put these tracks in. It's something I think all motocross gaming fans have always wanted, and here it is. And it's not just a silly mod that has some issues or isn't the best looking in a game. It's in a game that I think a lot of people would pick up and play, and that's a great place to have this type of content to get people into moto. And I don't know, it's just something I think that should be celebrated. But again, let me focus in here. I'm going to cut in. Oh, I missed my line, but you can do a nice triple through there. Christian Craig out front. Will Hahn. Hitting those jumps nice and straight. Typically try to throw a scrub, but I'm trying to get through here nice and clean. Look how rough it is down the inside there. Into the sky shot. Huge whip. Screw it, we're going for this one again. Yes, downside. Almost perfect, but a little funny hop, unfortunately. But what a fun one to hit. It's so tempting going down that hill to just try to hunt that. Will Hahn getting back by into Screw You. Let's go outside. Yes, we carry quite a bit of speed up the hill. Seems like AI gets serious speed up the hills. Big whips. This game is just like a playground with the whips, with the physics of the game. You can just mess around, have a ton of fun, and adding in the legit tracks just makes it a really fun platform to hop on and just rip around some cool tracks without too much stress and just have a good time. Now, I'm sure for you guys out there that are really into this game and really taking it super serious and have been grinding it pretty hard and messing with the tuning in a proper way, I'm sure you can make this game just such a great feeling, and that's why I've talked pretty positive about it, especially recently. But I think if you have the right mindset and the right writing style and you exploit things in a realistic way, this is a pretty incredible game. Oof. Sorry, that was just sketchy. You can see the terrain deformation really starting to come into play on some of these corners with ruts that are just starting to get really deep or even develop a secondary line to them. Not the best line through there that time. I'm definitely still learning the proper ropes. I am no pro at this game, but man, is it fun just ripping around. Let's go all the way outside. I've been hitting that inside every single time. Let's see what this is like all the way around the outside. Pretty smooth. Oh, landing flat. Look at that rut, man. The way you can hit them if you focus in, and I'm sure the guys that are just killing it in this game know the line, and just like any other game you get good at, you really know exactly what you're doing. You're calculated, and you know the real fast way, the fast line, and hitting. When you hit something right in this game, I mean full speed, clean, it's something pretty sick because you carry so much speed, almost to an unrealistic level. But again, I think if you're maximizing what you can do in a game, any game, let's be real, and you're just really hitting it to the full potential and exploiting things and just really hauling ass, it's always fun when you're on that ragged edge. The same idea why like a slow car is almost more fun to drive than a fast car, because a slow car is more fun to drive fast than it is to drive a fast car really slow, right? So same type of philosophy, maximizing something. And for us scrubs, if you're out there ripping on a 50 or something, sometimes you can have more fun on that than you would if you hopped on a 500 two-stroke to try to get through a tight course, right? Just so cool. These are the things I think about when I play games like this. Again, they can't make a game. All of us that are super deep into this and playing all the games, we all have opinions on what we really, really like. But that's not realistic. Let's be real. They got to make games for the general public, and that's not the easiest thing to do. But to give you a platform to be able to have some fun, throw some whips, enjoy ruts, and try to take some calculated risks, and play it all on these real AMA Pro Motocross Championship Series tracks. I mean, that's something special, right? Pretty sick. I'm just surprised that this is the video I'm making right now, right? So anyway, just really, really cool, and they nailed it visually. I mean, look at the trees, the deep forest. It actually looks deep. I mean, I'm hitting the sky shot in an MX vs ATV game, and it's an official game track. Like, how sick is that? That was a nice inside line. And they're rough and rutted. It's not just a freaking highway, right? I think a lot of us would have expected something a little bit more like that, especially at the beginning of the life cycle of this game. Now that it's a little bit more developed and just is really making a better name for itself through serious hard work, I'm sure. I didn't think any of us would have guessed this when this game was, when this game was announced, that we'd be playing on official tracks, national tracks. Just so sick. But anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoy seeing some of these tracks. Again, this is just a first look, kind of my first real look at it too, so you'll have to bear with me on some of the riding, but hopefully I can do some little hot lap videos and things like that the more I get into the game and the more I enjoy these sweet DLC tracks. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy watching these videos. They're fun for me to make, so let me know what you think. And do you have any sweet Unadilla moments? If I had to pick one of mine, it's maybe not a sweet moment, but it's when James Stewart landed on Ricky Carmichael. It's just one of those moments that I think everyone was yelling at the TV at the time and couldn't believe it. So, I don't know. Do you have any other ones? I can't think of any other moments, but I know there's a lot, the history of this track. The other one I can think of is Chad Reed on a Yamaha, but it was like the retro weekend. Vintage weekend, whatever it was, whatever they called it. So he was on a full yellow liveried bike, and he just was throwing huge whips over the sky shot on that kind of old school looking modern bike. So anyway, just a couple things I was thinking about. Let me know if you know any of them, and thank you for sticking around this long in this video. There's probably a couple of you. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Peace out.